Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Vanilla Minecraft with Arturio Emerys. So today I want to show what I've done to the base. I added a enchanting area here because I had quite a few levels. I don't remember exactly, but I had something like 50, 60 levels or whatever. A lot of that was from using the zombie spawner. But a lot of it was from trading with the villagers. And you trade with the villagers, that unlocks trade. It also can trigger them to breed. So I changed the entrance here a little bit. Okay, so in trading with the villagers, I triggered them to breed, and so there's actually quite a few of them now. See, these ones here. The last time I was playing, I was trading with them, so they're... Did they just... Did he just... Yep, he did. They just produced an offspring. So I've been trying to unlock trades. Boy, there's a lot of farmers. I wanted them badly earlier, but now I think I've got too many. I'd rather have a few more clerics. And a few more librarians, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, but the good news is that they're difficult to count because they move around, but I have enough of them that I am getting golems to spawn. So we go over here, and I added chests and hoppers so that I don't have to use a ladder to get up there. And as you can see, it's actually producing quite a bit of iron. So I'm pleased about that. Everything is working as it should. I went back to the original base, and I brought over all of the crop materials and set up planting areas for everything. And I also set up pens. And chickens are easy to do because you just bring eggs over. You know, so you bring over, you know, a couple of stacks of eggs. Oops. And then, you know, you'll get chickens eventually, sort of, maybe. Oh, shoot. They weren't actually getting in there. That's kind of frustrating. And I don't really want them running around out here. I don't know what kind of trouble they'll cause. Where'd the other ones go? For the pigs, cows, and sheep, it was a little bit more difficult. And what I ultimately did was, I already had a path in the Nether, and I just kind of modified it to make it a little easier to get them here. And we'll go through and I'll show you how I did this. And there's this one cow that, there we go, been bugging me for a while. Oh, his leather went through. Let's go grab that. There we go. Okay, so what I did, this is the path back to the original base. And I basically just kind of lined it with stone fencing or stone walls to make sure that they wouldn't fall off, and so that they only had one direction they could go. I went back to the original base and went through and grabbed food material for each one, let a few of them out of the pens over here. And just kind of lured them. And sheep, there were just a couple of sheep wandering around. I didn't bother to pen them up. So I just grabbed some that were wandering around over here and made them follow me. because I don't hang out here all that often, And I don't use wool all that often. So that I just grabbed a couple that were wandering around over here. Eventually I'll pen some up over here too, but there we go. Anyway, so let a few of them out of their pens, grabbed some food, lured them over here, down the stairs. And this was kind of a pain because you really have to do it this way. You have to kind of back them. And I put this little wall up temporarily so that they wouldn't go down into the rest of the mines. And brought them through. And again, kind of lured them this way. And so that's how I did that. It was kind of a pain, but since I didn't really have a choice, there's not islands very close to me in the overworld, and I think I saw one island that had cows on it, but it was a pretty good distance away. So, and then anyway, I figured out where did I want the portal to be and what are the corresponding coordinates, and that's why I made this one. So now I've got this portal that'll take you to the upper part of my base in the ocean. And then we'll go back over here. I actually made a ladder, or not a ladder, but a set of stairs just because it's faster than climbing that ladder and going the other way. There we go. So if you go down these stairs here, it's not very fast. This was somewhat challenging to build. It involved tremendous amounts of gravel because there's lava down here. Not sure I like these little guys down here. Yeah, so this one, yeah, spawn chunk, not my friend. If I don't go through here very often, the number of slime that will be here is just ridiculous. Oh, you little. There we go. Oh. Let's see if they're mad at me on the other side. They may be, they may not. Yeah, but see, this sometimes I even come down here and there's slimes down here. So that was an unfortunate placement. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. And it was an unfortunate placement of this portal. But that was all because I was trying to place it to take advantage of the zombie spawner that I found. So it might have moved a little bit, but it couldn't move a whole lot. So I was just kind of stuck with what I got. Let's see. Just put all this stuff away. And I've been trying to use this up a little bit at a time in trades. Oh, are there buckets down here? There's one other thing I was going to show. I need... buckets, buckets, buckets. There's a bucket. That's actually probably enough. So if I need water, I can just swim outside and just right-click and grab a bucket of water. So what these little pockets are for, and some of them are already doing this for me to make this a little easier on me. Okay, this is how you get them into these little pockets. It's kind of a pain. It's a tedious process, but it works. Now the bad thing about it is once you get them in these little pockets, they can't breed with each other anymore, which is, you know, somewhat of a pain. And that's part of the reason why I used glowstone instead of torches, so that when I get to this point, there we go. I don't have to worry about torches being knocked down by the water. So now, this is going to take a while, but this is how you get them all into their pens. It is kind of tedious. And sometimes they fight you on it more than others. There we go. So I'm not sure exactly how many have spawned, but it's a good number. The target is 40. And I don't remember why the target is 40. It's just kind of a convenient size for making it this big. All right, let's see if we can get him in here. And if I don't have 40, then I can either make more via the zombie spawner downstairs, or I can let a couple stay out and kind of breed those. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he'll turn into an adult eventually, and then when that happens, I'll get him in a pen too. Little tricky. Sometimes they fight you on it, like him, more so than other times. Yeah. That'll work. So, like I said, it's a little tricky to do this, but it is possible. It just takes a little bit of time. Sorry, I'm a little quiet while I do this, just because it's hard to focus and talk at the same time while you're doing this. That should push him right in there. There we go. And I'm just going to do 10 of these. Actually, and I need that one there. And we have our final customer. Yeah, see, this one's not cooperating real well. There we go. Now that's 10. And okay, I think I unlocked all of him. Yeah, this is the good cleric because you get a lot of glowstone for not a whole lot of emeralds. So I just trade with them like this. And hopefully there we go. So if you keep trading with them, like if you lock out the rotten flesh, if you trade something else with them, it should unlock the rotten flesh eventually. It should basically kind of refresh all, like see he's locked right now. So if I go through here and find something else to trade with, like redstone. Nope, he's going to be stubborn. Okay. Since I don't have emeralds with me, I'll go trade with this guy and get a couple of emeralds. Oh, only going to get one off of him. Now let's try to unlock him again. If you trade something with him that you've never traded with him before, it's almost guaranteed to unlock him. So if I went and got some gold, I could definitely refresh everything. I think this will work too. Come on, you can do it. There we go. See, now the rotten flesh is unlocked again. So that's how you can use these guys to get materials that you don't necessarily want to have to go spend time mining. So rather than having to go spend ridiculous amounts of time getting glowstone out of the nether like I have been, now I can just trade with these villagers to get it. So that makes things a lot easier. So this is a farmer, and he is fully unlocked. These guys have pretty good trades. Aqua Affinity is just okay. But Projectile Projection 2 is good. Bane of the Arthropods is not good. This guy, he's got Silk Touch, which is awesome. And actually Silk Touch for not even a lot of emeralds, which is just, you know, that's good. And then he's got Mending, which, you know what, I don't know what Mending is for. I would assume Mending is for repairing armor or weapons. Lure, which is pretty awful. This guy's got Power 1, which is useless. I can get that from my skeleton farm pretty easily. Punch 1, which is eh. And then Fortune 1, which is good. I can make a Fortune 3 book from him. It's just a little expensive to do it that way. How many emeralds did he want for Fortune? He wanted 16. So yeah, that's somewhat pricey. Feather Falling 2, which is not bad. Knockback, which is just okay, and Respiration 3, which is just okay. I have 4 librarians. I'd really like a couple more. I'd like one that had your standard Unbreaking, like if I had another librarian with like Unbreaking 3, that would be awesome. And Efficiency, like if I had one that had Efficiency 2 or 3, that would be really good too. Here's another farmer. Yep, he's been fully unlocked. So let me try to count what we've got here. We've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so as near as I can tell, we've got 20 villagers. I may have miscounted by one or two because, like I said, they do move around a bit, makes it tough. But I think there are 20, and that's basically half of the capacity of this place. So, oh, that's gonna be a problem because if he grows to full, I got 2 stuck in there. But that's fixable later. I'll just let him out and then move him back where I want him to. So anyway, this is kind of annoying. This is a lighting glitch. I'm not really sure what causes it, but this is how you fix it. Somehow it gets triggered when you load and unload chunks that have a lot of glowstone in them or are illuminated by a lot of glowstone. You know, causes kind of a pain to deal with. I think you can use this to figure out where the chunk boundaries are. I mean, there are other ways to figure out where chunk boundaries are, but I think you can use this lighting glitch too. But maybe I'm wrong. Other interesting things that I have found is, believe it or not, there's 2 underwater temples near here. There's one off in that direction, and there's one off in that direction. So at some point I may do something about that. Water temples are a pain to break into. Just the whatever the monsters are called, I can't even think of what they're called. I have done it before, and it's a tremendous amount of work. And usually the way I do it is by using gravel to clear out as much of the water as possible. And that's a very, very tedious process. You can do it that way, but it takes forever, and, you know, I don't think I still have the world where I went and made a spawner from an underwater temple so that I could get all the prismarine that I wanted. I can't even remember how long it took. It was days and days and days to break into the temple that way and defeat the bosses and ultimately have access to it. And yeah, see, this one's not the good one. This one's 1 for 1, so it's more expensive to get glowstone out of him. But anyway, yeah, so underwater temples, I think, need to be tweaked because they don't really do a whole lot for you. They have a small amount of gold in them, and that's pretty much it. There are better ways to get gold. So they're, you know, it's just a tremendous amount of work. I wonder, do I have wood here? I have some wood. I don't have enough. Let's go grab some wood real quick and maybe sleep so it's daytime. Because honestly, the temples are very, very close to here. Let's see. We'll make a boat real quick. And we'll just go see what we can see. And you know what? I'm not sure I've ever used a boat since the boat update. In fact, you can see the temple right there. That's it right there. And if you go further that way, there's land and there's a small village. And then the other one is, this one you do have to take a short boat trip, I think. I think it's just out of visible range. So if I remember correctly, it's just a little bit past this island here. Yep, there it is. Just a tiny bit. So it's just kind of weird coincidence that these things just happen to be out here where the only zombie spawner I've found is. If I get out here too far, the mobs may start attacking me. I don't know how close you have to get before they aggro on you. It's probably pretty close. Yep, we're real close to that right now. Yeah, there's one right there. I wonder, can I get him with my bow? Oh, I did get him. It's hard to kind of judge in water like this. You can't really shoot into the water. Once it hits the water, you're done. Oh yeah, they've changed the boats. Yeah, so it's a little different. Works a little different. So there is that little island over there. And the easiest, wow, it's so over controlled. There's not a whole lot of subtlety to it. No, I must have put my axe away. We'll just break this boat and then we'll get back underwater. Oh, I didn't want to lose the boat though. It's not. I guess it's nice that they don't break into sticks and planks anymore. So yeah, this is what it all looks like underwater. I didn't put glowstone underneath everywhere. I was trying to light up the area immediately around the stuff that's here. There we go. So that's what's been happening for the last week or so. It's a lot of work to set this stuff up, especially in the ocean. Like if I had found a zombie spawner pretty much anywhere else, I would have done it anywhere else, but it can be done if you absolutely have to do it. It just, it's just a little bit harder. Other things to note was when I created this world, I wanted a world where all of the biomes were accessible within a relatively short distance to spawn. And so I Googled that and I went to a website that supposedly was giving you out seeds for worlds that would contain all the biomes within, I think, like 5,000 blocks of spawn. And I don't know if whoever posted it was just lying or if I wrote the information down wrong or typed it in wrong or what. But what I found is this world is not a world that has all the biomes within 5,000 blocks of spawn. I was looking for a mesa biome because I wanted to look at the changes to the mesa biomes and the mine shafts and all that stuff. And in order to find one, I had to go something like 12,000 blocks out. It was ridiculous. And I used the nether to do that to make it at least a little bit shorter. So I did eventually find, there's actually 2 of them that are within like 15,000 blocks of spawn. So anyway, this is not necessarily the world that I really kind of thought it was going to be. And also 1.11 is out, at least in like the beta form. And I've seen some videos of the mansions and stuff like that, and I'd like to try to play them. But if I upgrade this to 1.11, I have no idea if there's going to be any mansions anywhere close to me at all. So at some point, I hate to do this, but at some point I may remake a world and start over again. I haven't decided yet, just because I just finished this. And, you know, I want to get at least a little bit of work out of it. Now that I have a way to make ender pearls, I do have emeralds left. You know, I could go find the end fortress. You know, there's a lot of stuff left to do in this world, and I hate to kind of abandon it early, but, you know, it happens. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. It wasn't really a building episode. It was more just kind of a tour episode. Some of these things, they just don't lend themselves well towards building. So a lot of it I do off camera. And also I'm not always able to record, you know. Depending on what's going on and everything, I might be able to play, but I might not necessarily be able to record for a couple of days. So that's kind of why I end up in the boat where I build stuff, but, you know, don't necessarily get to record it. So anyway. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, it would be great if you could leave a like on the episode. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it would be even better if you could subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them on YouTube and I will respond to them when I can. Thank you for watching. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.